Welcome back all of you to the online class of biology. So in the previous videos we have studied about the transport in plants. So today we are going to study about the transport in animals, especially in human being. Okay, so the transport, what do you mean by transport? The movement of various substances, isn't it? So many molecules and substances has to be transported across the body, isn't it? For example, we have studied the transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide, how it takes place in the previous classes. And also likewise, digested food, the waste materials separated in the kidney, all this has to be, isn't it, removed from one place to, or should be moved from one place to another. And this is mainly done with the help of two systems in human body. They are blood circulatory system and lymphatic circulatory system. So you would have heard about the blood circulatory system already, isn't it? And lymphatic circulatory system we will study in this year afterwards. Okay, so first we are going to study about the blood circulatory system. So blood circulatory system, the components of blood circulatory system are blood vessels and heart. Okay, so these are the main components which makes the blood circulatory system. Okay, so what does each of this does and what are their functions, that we are going to study in detail. Okay, so first is blood. Okay, so blood we will study. This is the medium through which the transport is taking place. Isn't it? Various materials are transported through the medium of blood. So for this we have to study about the in detail about the blood. Okay, so do you remember last year you have studied the components of blood? Blood is a kind of what? A kind of tissue. It's a connective tissue, isn't it? What do you mean by connective tissue? Which connects various tissues. And what is the speciality of a connective tissue? It is having a matrix, isn't it? A non-living matrix will be there, and you have studied blood as an example for a fluid connective tissue, isn't it? And the fluid connective tissue of blood is known as blood plasma, isn't it? Blood plasma. So what is the importance of plasma? Plasma is the matrix in which all other cells are suspended, isn't it? They transport carbon dioxide, okay, food, nitrogenous substances, all this materials are transported through what? Blood plasma, isn't it? Hormones, all this are transported through the blood plasma. What is blood plasma? The fluid matrix of blood. Blood is a connective tissue which is having a matrix, and the matrix of blood is fluid in nature. That's what it's an example for fluid connective tissue. And so the matrix or plasma helps in what? The transport of various materials like digested food, undigested food, isn't it? Waste materials, then hormones, all this. In addition to this, okay, you can see other component, and in this matrix you can see RBCs, WBCs, platelets, etc. are suspended. Okay, isn't it? So let's study one by one each of this. Okay, so RBCs. Okay, so RBCs, they help in the carrying of oxygen. Okay, the RBCs carries oxygen. We have studied, isn't it? In the transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide, we studied that oxygen is transported mainly in the form of oxyhemoglobin. So RBCs, they are non-nucleated. Okay, they are spherical type of cells without nucleus. Okay, human RBCs are not having nucleus. Understood? And they are biconcave in shape. Understood? And this RBCs contain is a pigment known as hemoglobin, and this helps in carrying oxygen. Okay, then next component of blood is WBC. Okay, white blood corpuscles, and they are the main cells that are associated with immunity of our body. Okay, they fight against various organisms, okay, microorganisms or pathogens. And this are WBCs are of different types like neutrophils, eosinophils, okay, basophils, then monocytes and lymphocytes. Likewise, different types are there. Okay, so you will study that in detail later. Then the next group of the blood cells are platelets. Okay, platelets. So platelets' main function is they help in the clotting of blood. Okay, they help in clotting of the blood. Is it clear? They helps in the clotting. So these are the various components of blood. Okay, so blood is the medium through which all the materials that has to be transported, like what I said, hormones, okay, digested food, undigested food, waste material, nitrogenous waste materials from kidney, all this are transported by the medium of blood. Okay, so about blood you understood clearly now. So let's move to the next topic, that is blood vessels. Okay, so what are blood vessels? Blood vessels are the pipes which carries blood from one part of the body to the other part. Okay, basically there are three types of blood vessels. They are arteries, veins and capillaries. So what do you mean by arteries? Arteries are blood vessels which carries pure blood, you might have heard. Okay, so more correctly, aptly, you can define arteries are the blood vessels which carry blood away from the heart. Understood? So the blood vessels which carries blood away from heart to different parts of the bodies are known as arteries. So what are veins then? Veins are blood vessels which brings blood from different parts of the body to heart. Understood? And then this arteries and veins, okay, they are not having any open ends. Actually, arteries take blood away from the heart and it reaches to the tissues, and when it reaches to the tissues, they will get split into a number of small branches, okay, known as arterioles, and again they will divide and form some small thin walled, okay, vessels known as capillaries. So capillaries are blood vessels which are having the walls, okay, with thickness of a cell, okay, single cell thickness only the capillaries walls are having. Okay, so that kind of thin, very thin type of blood vessels are known as capillaries. Okay, so arterioles, arteries take blood away from the heart, it breaks, okay, it divides into a number of small branches, further it divides and form capillaries. Okay, this capillaries again joined to form what? Venules, and this venules they again joined to form the veins. Okay, so there is no open ends for arteries or veins. Okay, they are joined only. Okay, so likewise you can see in the body. So arteries and veins, how they differ? What is the difference between arteries and veins? Arteries always carry blood away from the heart. Okay, so almost all the arteries are carrying pure blood, but there are exceptions. For example, pulmonary artery, we will study that in detail, okay, when we study the structure of heart. So pulmonary arteries take blood away from the heart, but it is taking what kind of blood? Impure blood. What is impure blood? It is deoxygenated blood. Okay, for purification it is taking to the lungs. Okay, now veins carry blood towards the heart. Okay, they carry blood towards the heart. Understood? Then almost all the veins carry impure blood, but there are exceptions. For example, pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein carries, okay, pulmonary veins. Pulmonary vein carries what kind of blood? Pure blood. Then arteries are having thick walls. Why they are having thick walls? Because they are carrying blood under high pressure, because heart is pumping the blood, isn't it? So the blood which is entering into the arteries will be under high pressure. Understood? So due to this, to withstand this pressure, due to the pumping of heart, okay, arteries are having thick walls, but when compared to what? Veins. Understood? When we compare the arteries walls and veins walls, veins are having what you can say, thin walls, okay, but arteries are having much more thicker walls than veins. Why? Because they have to withstand the pressure of pumping of heart. Okay, so the veins don't have to take blood directly from heart, isn't it? They have to take blood from different parts of the body, and they won't be under any pressure. So they are having what? Valves. Okay, they are having, veins are having what? Valves. Okay, valves in their walls, which prevent the backward flow of blood. Why it is needed? Because the blood in the veins are not under any pressure, so there is chance of what? Flowing back of the blood. For example, the blood from the legs, if they have to be taken to the heart, okay, they are not under any pressure, so what can happen? The blood can flow back to the legs. So this may cause what? Harm. So to prevent this, what are having valves? The veins are having valves which prevent the backward flow of blood. So is it clear? So blood vessels, I told, are of three types. What are they? Arteries, veins and capillaries. Okay, so valves are present in veins, arteries are not having valves. The walls of the arteries are more thicker. Why? Because they have to withstand the pressure from the pumping of heart. Okay, and capillaries are very thin walled blood vessels with their wall thickness is only one cell thickening walls are there. Understood now? So today's portion I hope everyone understood.